Tjenare allesammans, välkommen till en helt ny video. Ja, i detta avsnittet så ska vi faktiskt ta oss tillbaka till våran kära kompis. Yes. Till våran kära kompis Figg. Professor Figg. Det var det mörkt. Får jag vara ute och springa nu? Tekniskt sett så borde jag inte få det, men det verkar ju som att jag får det. Vilket är trevligt. Vi börjar videon där vi avslutade senast liksom. Så. Nu har vi en waypoint. Där sitter du. Let's go to Professor Figgs office. Yes, let's do that. Hitskap. Oj. Oj. Se om det kan gå. Begin. Har vi startat. Holmes and Tribble. Take the book to Professor Figg.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor.
Jag har stått här ett tag,
See
men...
what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Jag vet vad jag ska berätta
What
för
will
dem.
you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Jo, det är... Natty sent you an old post requested to meet her in the lower Hogsfield at a hamlet. Då måste jag gå dit direkt då alltså. World map. This is a world map. Most of the map covered by fog limiting what you can see. Hamlet are small communities throughout the world. This is the hamlet lower Hogsfield. Okej. Och det är dit jag ska. Okej, så nu har jag massa olika uppdrag. Jag får välja mellan då antar jag, eller? Men jag väljer att gå dit då. Till Herbal. Och så gör de här potions eller vad det är. Åh, vad tråkigt. Det är jag typ inte taggad på om man säger så. Där var den. Go to herbology class. Okej. Mm. Åh, vad jag inte är taggad på det här. Det här kommer vara så tråkigt.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello.
Där är fasten. Eller mosten.
Please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
De här med rötterna.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Oj.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pack down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Var det ingenting mer än det?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually,
Vi får vara
enjoyed it.
trevliga.
I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative
Small
properties make it a
plant.
vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Det tar 10 minuter.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Meet Leander
Hello.
Pebbett.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself.
Jag är king, tycker alla.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Attack the torrent. With a chomp. Hold tap.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Man kan inte skjuta dem, det var dåligt. Let's go back to class with Professor Garlic.
That's a light enough. And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide.
Ja,
I tended to
det
the
där var
Chinese chomping cabbages,
intressant.
Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Ska vi vara ärliga? Nej, jag kan inte vara. Jag vill att han här ska vara snäll.
I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Tack så mycket. Nu drar jag fortare än attans. Nu vill jag köra den där duellen. Faktiskt. Vart hade vi ett uppdrag nu då? Vart var duellerna? I don't remember where the duel were. Nu verkar inte finnas någon duell här, så det verkar som att jag ska alltså till detta stället. Meet Natty O'Nane in Lower Hogsfield. Nej, nu kom det upp en till. Fortunes class. Vi får väl vi tar den medan vi ändå är här. Det är lika bra. Det här kommer säkert vara ännu tråkigare. Jag vill skjuta grejer med mina trollformer. Trollformel.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please
Professor
begin.
Sharp.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Horclump juice. Kolla nu när jag är helt perfekt på det här också. Som på allt annat liksom bara.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Ja, det är klart det var skills, mannen. Vad tror du om
My
mig?
parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Kollekt Schweinder-ägg.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
You heard
He
correct.
did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll
Det är
get
klart
you a
vi
fruit
hjälper
feather,
honom.
as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Går vi in hit.
Keep your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Här har vi en whooper. Oj, det där var en rosa fågel. Mongrel fur. Wiggenweld potions, vi tar den också. Det var bra att ha. Oops.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you.
Det är verkligen smart att prata så högt.
You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Varför pratar han så högt? Han vet ju.
Chop the Dittany or crush it. The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Jag vill göra en sån. Vi bara sitta här och vänta på att den blir klar. Det låter lite kul. Klicka.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Again.
Oh, the smell.
Dragon dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Smart jobbat Weasley. Det är tydligen inte första gången
I
du
brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
göra dumma
you had the
grejer.
time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Hej då.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Ja.
My robes are going to...
Nu blir det dock att springa till hon där. Nu har vi ingenting annat att göra. Nu har hon fått vänta tillräckligt länge här, kanske, stackarn. Det kommer ju ta sin lilla tid att springa dit på dem, men det får det nog värt. Antar jag. Spring. Det är nu man skulle haft kvasten egentligen. Ja. Meet Natty och Nain in Lower Hogsfield. Hur lång tid kommer det ta att springa dit då? Det här är väl inte Hagrids hus. Det ser lite ut som Hagrids hus, men det är nog inte det. Det borde inte vara det. Springa närmare den. Så att jag kan teleportera mig. Jo. Jag ska ta allt som bara finns liksom. Bara ta allt. Förutom de där. De var jobbiga. Moonstone. Ugglor. Oj, vad är det där? Nu har vi sprungit jättelänge. Och vi har kommit inte ens lite närmare. Är det den där coola bron? Wow. När var jag här? Där är Hagrids hus, måste ju vara. Eller? Nej, man går inte ner för det här är inte alls Hagrids hus, eller? Jo, det måste det vara. Jag har lite lust att bara... Där står hon. Ditt ansikte är lite icke inrenderat, som hon säger så.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I can't
I've
say.
never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, But shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I
Hon
shall
har
reach out
3
when I know
streck
more.
Adidas.
In the meantime,
Shit,
remember, I
orten.
am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Thank you.
Be on your
Nina.
gut. Never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my
Här har vi
life.
Arn.
You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
I shall
I'm sorry
keep
this
my
happened to
eye open.
I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had
Tack,
been
Arn.
under better circumstances.
Don't be sad, Arn. Everything will be okay.
It must have come this way. Think!
Vad händer?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupid back!
I see you. I'd quit now while you're still alive.
Ha ha ha. Alltså jag är grym. Helt ärligt, jag är så grym.
Oh, watch the light go out.
Vad är det här nu då? The collection of your field guide has been updated with a new enemy type. You may learn valuable insights on enemies, such as their weakness and certains. Vart var det någonstans då? Collections var det va? These unscrupulous wizards have no mastered shield charm, so they are vulnerable to all sorts of magic. Among the quicker of Rookwood's agent, these witches will surprise their opponents with back-to-back attacks. The powerful reductor curse cannot be blocked by shield charms, but interrupting that cast with the serving charm will spin them to the point of losing control and hitting one of their own. Severing charm, den har inte jag va? Det kan inte jag göra. Vi tar dem ändå så det är lugnt. Back to back attack, okej. Jag fattar. Nej, det gick ju inte att göra så. Ja.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Gjorde jag precis den till en kyckling. Stupid fan.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner.
Jag gjorde en till en höna.
Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
How extraordinary.
Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Nu ska vi göra någonting.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl. Vad är swirl då? Ja, där. Bara slänga ut dem.
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious.
Incendies!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Ja, så är det mera stycken här bara.
Protego! Incendio!
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Man måste vara lite snabbare tydligen. Okej. Vad händer detta? Vad är hela friden?
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Speak to Nora.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those
Vad är det i
telltale
bakgrunden
vines
där?
and the
Kolla.
swirl on the ground. You
På den
should
stora
feel free to
ädlan,
solve them
eller?
as you come across them. I
Usch,
believe I
äckligt.
have what I need to continue my
Den ska jag
research.
döda nu.
My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Kan jag gå över vattnet? Kan jag få ställa mig upp nu?
Levioso. Accio.
Jag kan inte göra så mycket.
Levioso.
Jag står ju bara där.
Sir Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Då fick vi en drugbug tongue. Vad är det som åker i vattnet här då? En likadan.
Accio.
Kan de inte komma närmare?
Levioso.
Jag kör en X på dem bara. Ja. För att dyka på något sätt. Det gick inte då. Det var alldeles för svårt. Det gick inte. Speak to nearly headless Nicholas. Nick heter han bara kanske. Det vet jag om det är. För han är med i Harry Potter-filmerna. Det är lite fräckt. Men vad han har att säga, det får ni faktiskt veta i nästa avsnitt. För att nu är det slut. Tyckte ni det var kul så får ni inte glömma att gilla, dela, kommentera och prenumerera. Så hörs vi i nästa video. Hej då!
Fuck off and die. Du är för ful för mig. Och din morsa går för en 100. Du sa det rakt i mitt face.